What's up, guys, and welcome back to the infamous project. By popular request, I'm going to be showing you guys the FOXLOX keyless entry solution for our Fox body Mustangs, and I've purchased already half dozen of these things. They go into like every single car that I build now by default. They are that easy. There is a couple things you need to consider if you've had that alarm system that's been spliced into your wiring harness and twisted together and electrical taped, or part of one that was in there then ripped out and band-aided back together, or your door lock actuators suck to begin with. Those are a few things that you are going to have to factor in, but other than that, they pretty much got you covered underneath all of those circumstances. We're going to go through it today real quick, show you guys real time how easy it is to install the FOXLOX keyless entry system for your 87 through 93 Fox body. So you open the box up, there's the brain, there's the key fobs, there's a huge bank of relays, here are key blanks, right? So you can get this cut for your ignition key, and then you get it installed in here, and then it's like a Volkswagen. It will flip out once the key is actually in there, but don't worry about that at this moment. I think that's like a reset switch, and then a blue LED if you want it. I don't think we're going to worry about a blue LED at the moment. So a major factor of this kit working properly is you guys need to have good working door lock actuators. So LMR, Daniel Carpenter, any of those guys, they're not going to cut it, guys. Go get yourself a set of Dormans, or if your factory locks are still working good, like they are in this car, then that's really all you need. So here's the harness. Lots of relays, okay? Now, typically, one of the relays is for your hatch or your trunk pop, right? So you can't get away from that. Typically, on an aftermarket alarm system, you can make unlock and lock work off of 2 relays. He's got 4, and the reason for that is because he's got a feature where if you hit it once, it only does the driver's door, it doesn't do both. And that argument is to save the longevity of the door lock actuator on the passenger side. The other thing too is I think in order to make this plug and play, I think you need 4 relays, otherwise it backfeeds voltage. I could be wrong with that, but that's just sort of an assumption. But you got a couple main fuses here, okay? Fuses are pre-installed. That's a 15 amp. I'm assuming this is probably going to be a 15 amp as well. No, that's a 30. Door locks is probably 30. Hatch trunk release is probably the 15. You've got 1 wire with the tap here. The tap is pre-installed. This is for your trunk / hatch release. You have 1 ground wire that you need to hook up, but that is it, okay? So, very straightforward. Your brain, let's see here. Plug in the brain, okay? Now, with your driver's side kick panel, now another thing, guys, if you've had an aftermarket alarm already in your car and they've butchered wires or reconfigured wires, then you might need to fix what was original to your car before you go plugging in stuff. Now, this is an all original car that's never had an alarm, so we should be able to go digging. Now, you can reach this from below. Just so happens the dash is out, so it's easier to reach this from above. But it's the connector that is coming through your grommet in your door post here, so where your speaker wires, power mirrors, if you have those things, are all coming through, okay? And this big connector with all the pink and yellow wires and whatnot is the one that you want. Now, of course, you're gonna need a little screwdriver. And depending where your car is from, these little clips might be very brittle. So do your best, only pull them back enough to get the connector apart, okay? And you cannot screw this up, guys. There's a male connector here that's gonna plug into the one side, and the female connector that's here is gonna plug into the other side, okay? Now, typically, again, you'd be doing this all from probably underneath your dash. We have enough room that we can maneuver around things, and we'll find a good home for these relays. We have actually removed the cruise control from this car, so I'm probably going to mount them up on the top there where the factory cruise control module stuff was. Okay, for now I will clean this up after. I just want to hook this up real quick now to show you guys the proof of concept, since this is real time. And okay, there's a ground there. Let me go get my 9/32. Right. Where is it? There's that. Now, this guy. So this one, I kind of want to make sure I'm routing the way that I want it. Pull it down over here. Okay, so you gotta look at our wires going to the back here. And we gotta look for the hatch release wire, which I believe is a purple and yellow. There are instructions in that box, by the way. See right here? There we go. Okay, wire's tapped. That should be it, guys. It should be that easy. Would you look at that? Lock. Door's locked. Door's locked. Okay. One unlock. Driver's side only. Passenger side is still unlocked. Hit unlock again. There's the passenger side. Hold your... And that is the sound of the hatch. And boom, that's it. FOXLOX is installed. I had the competitive advantage. The dash is out, and I know the wiring in these cars like the back of my hand. So I know some of you guys might not be as fortunate to just plug and play. However, if you can correct that old wiring and remove that old alarm system and all of probably the poor twist and electrical taped connections and everything else, you can enjoy the benefits of the FOXLOX product here. And it does have an app, so you can actually control all of your locking and your hatch or your trunk release and everything else from the comfort of your phone, which is pretty cool. Don't know how many people would go out of their way of doing that, but it is an option, okay? Now don't forget, you've got a reset button here, so you can plug that into the brain and hide that button somewhere. And the blanks. So we'll talk about the blanks real quick. I know there wouldn't necessarily be for everybody, but they go right in here. Okay, so if you take one of these out. And the last time I went to Home Depot and I brought this in, they didn't charge me. So I'm pretty sure they cut keys for free if you provide the blank. Okay, so that's kind of a nice to know. So the key goes in there, and then there's a little push pin, little black push pin you can see in the plastic bag here. You would put this in that hole, and that's going to keep the key in here, and then this is going to behave like this, right? Once the pin's in there, and you put that in your ignition, start your car, you're on your way. Pretty neat, huh? That's it on the FOXLOX, guys. Hopefully that helped you out. I know that there's been some other YouTubers that have done some videos on them, but it is honestly that easy. And if you are worried about removing an old alarm system in the wiring, I actually have a video on how you can remove it. And door lock actuators, do not cheap out. I cannot stress that enough. Get the Dormans. I believe FOXLOX is going to be offering now single keyed lock cylinders. So if you want to upgrade all your lock cylinders to a single key, then the blank will work with that single key set. And I think they're also offering, you can get the brand new Dorman door lock actuators with the kit as well. And that way it's kind of like a one-stop shop solution for you to be able to get everything that you need to bring a little bit of modern day technology to your old Fox body. So there you go. Hopefully this helped you guys out. Thank you again for your support. Till next time, we'll see you back here on the Infamous Project.